welcome everybody. It's that time again. Here we go. Matt Connarton Unleashed, and we are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM in glorious but hot, sticky downtown Manchester, New Hampshire. Also on Comcast 97 if you're in Manchester. Streaming at WMNHradio.org and on the Facebook on the Matt Connarton Unleashed Facebook page. And of course, you can go to mattconnerton.com for all your live streaming options and social media links and contact info for the show and phone numbers, etc., and the show archive. And hello to our friends at Raw Talk Online. It is Tuesday, June 8th, 2021. So welcome, everybody. It is so humid. It's raining outside now, so maybe the rain will cool things off, or maybe the rain will even increase the humidity. I have no idea. What is it's supposed to, at some point during the week, I believe, it is supposed to begin to cool off again. I mean, it's only June. Oh my goodness, we have a flash flood watch here in New Hampshire. My goodness. Let's see. I'm going to look at the 10-day forecast. I don't usually do the weather on this show, but let's see. Tomorrow going to be a little cooler, a high of 86. Thursday, a high of 81. Friday and Saturday, a high of 71. That will that's a little more normal. I mean, I don't mind the heat, if it ever feels too hot. I just think about winter and how much I detest winter and the disdain I have for winter. And then I think, this is fine. This is fine. But a dry heat is preferred. Nobody likes the humidity. It's a little humid in here right now, my friends. Yes. Going to be a sweaty show today. Anyway, so welcome. I think we have someone joining us at some point. He doesn't always arrive at the beginning of the show, but we shall see. But if you would like to join us, you can give us a call at 603-250-6007, 603-250-6007. You can also text us at 617-917-4476. Tweet me at Matt Connarton, or send an email to matt@mattconnerton.com. And I do have an email that we're going to try to get to today. And of course, you can always interact and opine in the Facebook live chat. We'll say hello to everybody in there in a moment. But the best thing to do so that we can hear and enjoy your dulcet tones is give us a call at 603-250-6007. I do want to remind you, of course, that we are proudly sponsored by the Hop Knot in the Brady Sullivan at 1000 Elm Street, right across the street. Don't go there today because Monday and Tuesday is their weekend, but they are open Wednesday through Sunday. Thursday nights, they do trivia night with the great Bill Cini. Friday nights, they have the Grant Lampton plays there doing his residency. He's there every Friday night from about 7 to 9 p.m. Sundays, they have brunch. They've got things coming up on the weekend of June 19th for Juneteenth, all weekend long, and they've partnered up with some other businesses in the area, so that's very exciting. They've got a lot going on, great food, great service, and a wonderful family that owns and operates it. So we're very proud and honored and privileged to have them as a sponsor. The Hop Knot on Elm is actually what it's technically called. I don't think to say the on Elm part, probably because I already mentioned Elm when I said the address, 1000 Elm Street. So of course it's a Hop Knot on Elm. It'd be pretty weird if it was, the Hop Knot on South Willow, but it was at 1000 Elm Street. That wouldn't make any sense. Let's see. I think, let's say hello to everybody in the chat. And then I do want to get to the email. Mike Doyle sent me an email yesterday with some stuff that we can dive into. Let's see. Rocky Huber is in the chat room. Rocky, of course, a top fan, says, "What's up?" Jenny also in the chat room and says, "Shalom, peepers." Wayne Noel is a top fan and says, "Afternoon, everyone." Wayne, all the way from the state of Michigan. Let's see. Mike Doyle sent me this email, and there's a lot here. I don't know that we'll necessarily get through all of it. And of course, Mike Doyle, you can hear. I think he's usually on once a week on The Morning Show with Peter White. The Morning Show, of course, weekday mornings, 7 to 9 a.m. with a replay from 2 to 4 right before this show. But few things here. Well, you know what? I'm going to skip down. I want to skip down to this last paragraph first. I want to make sure that this gets out because we do have somebody who's going to be coming in. So I want to make sure that this goes out on the air. Because most of the email is, there's a lot of criticism and, constructive. I can take it and whatnot. But the last paragraph of the email, Mike wrote this. One last note. I was choked up when I heard Jenny choking up while talking about her meds and affliction. I wish the best for her, as no one should have to fight to live, such as she mentioned. We don't agree on much, but Jenny is a strong-willed, caring, compassionate woman, and the world needs more Jennys, especially now. Talk to you soon. So that was the end of Mike's email that I received last night. So, and I did forward that on to Jenny earlier, but and I wrote Mike back and I said, hey, thank you for that. I didn't address anything else that's in the email, which we'll get to because, I can do that on the air, but that was very nice. If you missed yesterday's show, it was very emotional. Jenny just had a new column published in themighty.com, which is a wonderful site. And they've published quite a few of her articles, actually. So, and it's we shared it out on social media. Also, we got some good news today. We went to the Jenny and I actually have the same eye doctor. I won't get into the details about what's up with her eyes. That's I like to I don't like to get into the details of somebody else's stuff, but she can explain that on the air if she wants to. But I go there because I have pigmentary glaucoma, which I was diagnosed with like literally 20 years ago. Don't worry, I'm on eye drops for it, so to control the eye pressure. So I'm fine. I haven't lost anything as far as vision, and as long as I stay on the eye drops, I never will. So they caught it. They caught it so early in my case. They actually caught it before I even had it. Meaning they diagnosed me first with pigmentary dispersion syndrome, which my eye doctor at the time said, well, we need to keep an eye on this because this is more often than not a precursor to pigmentary glaucoma. And sure enough, I eventually developed pigmentary glaucoma. But it's like if you're going to have glaucoma, the kind that I have, it's like the kind to have, which sounds strange, I know, but it's the easiest to treat. And as long as you treat it, you're fine. Your vision, I actually have, because I had the LASIK done, I have close to 20/20 vision still, even today. And I had the LASIK like 20 years ago. I had the LASIK done before they even called it LASIK. They used to call it something else. But so far, so good, But I go to the eye doctor every 6 months just to monitor my eye pressure, make sure everything's fine. And so far, all is well. But no, but she had, we went to the eye doctor today and she had really good news too, which is wonderful. But apparently, cyber hacking has been in the news, and I'm not going to say who our eye doctor is or the name of the office, but or the location, but cyber hacking has been in the news, and apparently, our eye doctor was that office was a victim of a cyber attack, of a ransomware attack, and there was a particular, actually, it was 2010. The year 2010, these hackers were able to hold ransom some of their records, the office's records from that year specifically. And what they decided to do was they just ignored it, and they did not pay the ransom and just went about their business. And that's it, So maybe we'll get into that subject more later in the show. But anyway, thank you very much, Mike Doyle, for those words. And I know Jenny appreciates them as well. A few more people in the Facebook chat we'll say hello to. Melanie La Liberté joins us, and as well as Charles Richardson, who says, hello, fellow Connartoners. Charles Richardson, of course, from the Charles Richardson Show, which you can see and hear online Wednesday and Friday nights from 7 to 9 p.m. So there is more to Mike Doyle's email, but we are also joined in the studio by someone I did not expect to see today. So this is a wonderful surprise. Let me get that mic on for you there. Hello, sir.
Hey, how are you?
Ryan Gorman is here.
Why am I not surprised Gonzo's not here?
Oh, yeah. Well, I knew Gonzo was coming. But so you're here and he's not, but he's the one who you talked to about being here.
He goes, yeah. He told me to, dude, I got here. I actually was here, but I thought you were not on the air or something because the lights. Well, I got here at like 3:55.
Yeah.
And like the lights were off and stuff. I did see that Matt Connarton Unleashed thing up, but I was like, maybe that's automatic and comes up.
Oh.
And then I immediately started with the text to Gonzo. I'm like, you got to be kidding me, right? You told me to come up here. Because he's got a bunch of my stuff in his car from the last time I was up here. Because he makes it very easy to hang out with.
Right.
I got stuff everywhere. I'm hitchhiking. Thank God for Carol Robideau. She gave me a ride from here up to our buddy Nick's house where where my backpack was and my phone charger and stuff. And she took time out of her day. Gonzo couldn't get me down here, which would have prevented that whole thing from the get-go.
Right.
But Carol Robideau, who was out there walking the beach, she was going to she wasn't walking, she was driving, but she was going to something at Central High School. And saw this schlep walking down the street. She said, "What are you doing?"
Wow.
What are you doing, Carol?
Carol Robideau, where all things from Manchester Inklink, where all things Manchester connect.
She's a doll.
By the way, I don't know if you know this, but your voice was heard very briefly on the show yesterday.
It was?
Yeah, here.
I think he's going to have a response to that diss track.
Yeah. And I'd actually played that drop by accident. I'd played the wrong one, but we were talking about something that Trump said, something really stupid that Trump said. I know that's redundant, and I played that drop by mistake, but it actually kind of worked out.
Perfect.
Yes. Yeah,
I was thinking this the other day, just because you said the name Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know any other Trumps in the world? Is there any common folk with the name Trump? Like, is there like a Johnny Trump from like Mississippi or something?
Not that I'm aware of, but Trump is not his original family name.
Wasn't
anyway.
it Drumpf?
Drumpf.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's even better.
Yes.
President Drumpf.
Yes. But now that you mention it, I've never met anyone named Trump other than Jenny and I did meet Donald Trump. This was early in his candidacy, before he'd even announced when he had visited New Hampshire. We attended, I think we attended a couple of events actually. Saw him up close, saw the hair and everything. But
how's it look? Like, is it as creepy as and wispy and? Yeah,
you can tell there's a lot of product in it, and I assume now there's more than ever.
There's a lot of product in that thing that wisps around in the air.
Well, you gotta, that's what you got to do. You got to lacquer that. You want to hold that together.
I would just go the route I go and just, dude, have 1,000 different hair pieces in your trunk.
Yeah,
throw them on at any given time.
I like the one you're wearing now. It looks,
Thanks.
It's very realistic.
It is. It's so realistic that. What was his name? Crazy Joe?
Crazy Joe.
Yeah, Crazy Joe had to point out I know, Joe. I'm thinning in the back end. I get it.
Uh-huh.
I usually wear a hat, but it sucks. I got I got a decent head of hair on the front piece here, and then in the back, it's going by the way of Ed Gorman, my father.
We have a call. Crazy Joe's on the line.
But I didn't make the rules. I just played the game.
Well, there you go. All right.
How you doing there, Joe?
He doesn't make the rules. He just plays the game.
Yeah.
So don't hate the player. Hate the game.
There you go. That's Crazy Joe. He's from New York. What have you got there? What are you holding?
Is that a fidget spinner?
Oh, is that still a thing?
Oh, it is for me. It's just relaxing.
Oh, okay. Now, Rocky Huber says, did he make eye contact with you, Matt? Is that why would Rocky ask me that? Are you known for avoiding eye contact? I've never noticed.
Me?
Yeah.
I think he's probably talking about Trump, maybe.
Oh, maybe he's talking about Trump. Yes.
I was going to say, I think I'm usually pretty good at looking at people in the eye.
I was going to say, yeah. He must be talking about Trump. I don't think, okay, yes. He says, I don't mean Donald, I mean his hair. Oh, yes. No, the hair, As far as I could tell, the hair does not have eyes of its own.
Yeah, you're not supposed to look that thing directly in the eyes.
Right,
His
right.
hair's eyes.
Yeah.
It does have eyes.
It
You're
does
not-
have
Yeah,
eyes.
you're not supposed. It's like Medusa.
Isn't-
You're not supposed to
oh.
look it in the eyes.
Isn't that a horror movie? The hair has eyes, I think.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah.
My God, they have a movie called Teeth, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Google that if.
Oh,
you're not familiar.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
Yes. Shannon McGuire joins us in the chat room. Rocky Uber says, I turned on the show late and you were in the middle of a cry. He's addressing Jenny. And I thought Matt just got finished playing an Amanda McCarthy song and it was Easy G, LOL, just joking. We all love and care for you, Jenny. Easy G, by the way, will be here on Thursday with his entertainment report. So we look forward to that. Now, are you going to be on an upcoming edition of Retro Spectrum Radio?
Yeah, so this is what happened. I yesterday at dawn. Yeah, so Paulie C had asked me if I wanted to come on, and well, he originally asked me if I could get in touch with our stuntman friend and have him come on.
Right.
But I think because the last time he was here, he doesn't know limits sometimes. But,
Oh, yeah.
so I think he's been put on. I think the station's shelved. Or recommended that he, be shelved for a bit. And then Paul just said, "Hey, you and I have a little history. Do you want to replace him?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." And then yesterday I texted Paul and I was like, "Dude, I just realized I have a rehearsal dinner and like a wedding to go to.
Oh.
Except listen to this."
Mm-hmm.
So I go, listen, let me find out the exact details of it's a rehearsal dinner on a Saturday and a wedding on a Sunday.
Oh.
Isn't it usually Fridays and Saturdays?
Yes.
The wedding's usually Saturday. All right. Yeah, so I am gonna be on there.
Oh, wonderful.
And you know what's great is I think Paul and I were talking about like maybe chatting about how we know each other and all of that stuff.
Yes.
And you know me, I have sound clips for days. I have voicemails from him, voicemails from you, from me. Like,
wow,
it's great. So
yeah,
I can isolate little clips from those and maybe play a little history of how we got to know each other. And he's one of Stacy Wilcox's favorite disciples or whatever you want, pupils, whatever you want to call it.
Right. Well, that's wonderful. So you'll be on with us this Friday night?
Yes. Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, I was confused. Okay, so I'm glad. I thought I was losing my mind because I thought Paul had said you were going to be on Friday, and then there was a post that didn't mention your name, and I was confused, and I thought maybe I misunderstood something, and then
yeah, it's because I told him yesterday that I didn't think I was going to be able to make it, and then I was like, well, let me find out the details, and I'm glad I did because I texted him this morning and said, yes, I will be in.
So this couple, they're having their rehearsal dinner on Saturday and the wedding Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's how the Gormans do it. I don't know.
Oh, the Gormans?
Yeah, it's my cousin Dan.
Oh, very good.
My cousin Dan. Believe it or not, if you thought all the Gormans you've met were handsome and successful, this kid is something else.
Really?
Oh yes, it's like 6'5", played football at Dartmouth. He's going to med school.
Jeez.
He's got it together.
Wow.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
6'2.5", I think is the real story. I like to say 6'3".
Really?
Yeah. I think turning 43, it's all about the honesty and the realness now. So yeah, I think I'm like 6'2.5".
We do shrink as we get older.
Yeah, I might be 6'2" now.
When was Well, I was, I've told the story on the air. I was quite devastated a few years ago when I went to the, even though I knew it was inevitable, I still, in the moment, I was not very accepting of it. I went to the doctor and they measured me and hadn't done that in a while. And the nurse is like, yep, 5'10". And I was like, what? Because I was used to being 5'11".
Yeah.
And I was like, what, what'd you say? She's like, yeah, 5'10". I'm like, well, are you rounding down? And she's like, no, you're right about 5'10".
No, I'm going with the measurements on the...
And the thing is, I knew, like intellectually, I knew, we shrink a little bit as we get older. In fact, it starts younger than people realize. We actually start shrinking around age 30.
Great, I'm probably like 5'9".
You probably are, yeah. But
6'10" on skates.
But still, in the moment, it really kind of bummed me out. I was like, really? Like I couldn't, I was having trouble accepting it. And but of course we can't all be as tall as Peter White. He's about 6'10".
Boy, I'm telling you, I feel like he grows.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I see that guy.
He ducks when he comes into the room. He
It's
can't.
like Lurch.
Yeah, you know Bill Barger, right?
Oh, yeah. Billy's another tall
He's like,
drink of
what is
water.
he, like 7'5"?
Billy's got to be like,
I mean,
he's 6'6", maybe?
Oh,
You think he's taller than that?
oh, he's taller than Peter's like 6'10". I think.
No, Peter's 6'5". What the hell are you talking about? Yeah.
Oh no, you just.
All right, then I'm 6'4". I'm 6'4".
Oh boy. Easy G is in the chat room, by the way. Eric Gagnon. He says, "Looking good, Ryan."
This guy with the compliments lately, I love it. Eric, thank you very much, buddy. I'm hoping you're having a good week.
We Jenny and I saw him on Saturday at the Relay for Life in Concord.
Nice.
Jenny presented him with a wonderful loaf of bread that she had made for him. And he seemed a little I don't know. It was hot. It was hot. We'll put it that way.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, he can move when it's time to do the relay.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, he was off and running.
He's got a little hitch in his get along.
Oh yeah.
No kidding.
Oh yeah. We have a call. We'll grab this. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's on the line?
Hey, Matt, it's Ron. How you doing, pal?
Good, Ron. How are you?
Not bad. I was listening to you on the radio and heard some lighting in the background, and then all of a sudden the radio's not picking you guys up.
Oh.
Yeah, no big deal. I mean, whatever it is, it'll just... And you know what else? Believe it or not, I said, okay, I lost it on the radio. I'll turn it on the TV. And I got a mental block. I couldn't think of your TV number to save my life.
Oh, my. It's 97.
97. Man, I wasn't even close. I was playing around with all the lower numbers. But 97, yeah, rings a bell now. There you go.
Yeah, Eric in the chat room says we're not on the radio right now. Yeah, it'll come back, I'm sure. Maybe something got hit by lightning or something. I don't know.
Yeah, sounds like it. No problem. Nothing to contribute. I'm just doing a little listening. So I'll turn my TV up to 97.
All right, Ron. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, you too. Bye-bye. All right, that was our friend Ron. That opens up a line for you, 603-250-6007, 603-250-6007. Miriam Banish is in the chat room and says, wow, I'm just going to check something here. I can actually, because we have a radio here to, not that this will solve anything, but we can do a live air check here. Yeah, it's static.
So yeah. I got a question for you. Is 95.3, is that... Because there's one in Nashua as well. Is 95.3? Is that like the specifically like local like
no.
each city? There he is.
No, it's just
there he is.
Just a coincidence, really.
Is it really? Yeah, just a coincidence.
Yeah. Melanie says in the chat room, pretty sure it's the liberal media messing with your show. Oh, that liberal media. Thanks, Obama. And Mike Pelopita joins us in the Facebook live chat. Mike says, good afternoon, everyone. Mike, of course, from another one of our wonderful sponsors here at WMNH Queen City Cabinetry in the historic Sunbeam Mall. And we are joined by another individual here in the studio.
Nice.
When you hear that sexy saxophone, you know who's arrived.
Yo, turn up my snare. Where's my snare?
Your snare?
Where's my snare? Turn up my snare. Yo, I'll just go up.
What?
I can't hear.
Then turn them up.
You really can't hear?
Turn them up.
I think Gorman sabotaged me.
No, turn them up. That's what I had to do when I sat down.
Yeah, turn them up.
First of all, Daryl Dion should have had this ready for me.
Yes. Well, obviously.
I think you should dial everything back to where it was before you leave so the dragon doesn't get PO'd.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? Oh, don't piss off Daryl.
Right,
yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to go like this. It's a weird sensation. It's almost like I'm deaf or something.
Yeah, I can hear you, though. You sound great.
You can hear me, definitely?
Yeah,
Matt?
100%.
I can hear you.
No, kidding. Can't hear it?
No.
I'm confused.
No, I'm just kidding. I can't hear you.
Can you really not hear in your
No,
headphones?
I can hear now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What did you do? Turn it up?
I turned up the volume on my headphones.
Good. All right.
I took a shot in the dark. I was like, what's this? Whatever.
Yeah. Oh, Rocky Huber says in the chat room, thank you, Rocky, for bringing that up. So for those of you watching online, you can see the head on the. Who is that, Gonzo? It says Gonzolo on it, so I know it was you who made the head.
That's Connarton.
Connarton.
Yeah. And he's there just to straight up adore you.
Wow. That's wonderful. I'm honored, and I appreciate the adoration.
I mean, he looks like he's mad at you at the same time.
Yeah, he kind of does. I feel like he's judging me. Like,
He's judging everyone.
yeah. Well, no. The giant cardboard Peter Whitehead. That's his job.
Yeah.
He judges. Well, actually, he watches over us.
Right.
Yes.
Gorman, I appreciate the respect. Not taking the,
I'm actually has nothing to do with respect.
I know-
It's more comfortable over
I know
here.
you knocked down a peg, and
You know what's funny? You know what's funny
appreciate the hierarchy of the radio station right now.
Yeah, coming from the guy who didn't know to turn it up. He's here every week. He doesn't know the basics.
That was a shtick.
I know.
Was it? It seemed real.
No, you know what it is he loves every opportunity he can get to try and rub in something that is no longer a thing. Ever since Midas's greatest piece of advice he's ever given me.
Oh, okay. I remember that.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm curious.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. I want to
Okay,
see how
yeah.
he interprets it.
All
That's
right.
what I want to
Yeah,
hear.
yeah.
What, Midas's advice?
I know what the advice is. I want to see how you took it, though.
Really, I want to see how you took it. If-
Matt, cut the wham.
No, no, actually, leave it going. It makes it even better.
All right.
No, I was, Eric brought it up last week out of the blue.
Good for
like
him.
When this jamoke decided to do an impression of me on the air, and then Pete called in, and Pete and I got into it. But I had been annoyed for years about
Yeah.
listen.
And he crushed you, too.
Hey, listen, if I'm going to talk, Gonzo, you're going to have to close the lisp for a minute. Just a minute. You okay? All right.
I'm waiting to hear you lie, is what I want to hear.
You're waiting to hear me lie.
Yeah.
I don't lie, Gonzo. See, this is Gonzo's idea of a good time is this.
Look at Matt. Matt's a schoolgirl right now.
No,
I
Matt
am.
loves
Giddy.
this.
Yeah.
Matt, no,
He's
that's
literally
the,
hopping
that's
up
the
and
thing. That's the thing about Matt is he'll just let it he'll let it happen, which is great.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, exactly. Wait, hang on though. We do have a call.
Ooh, part 2.
Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Matt, this is better than anything on paid per view.
Oh, good. Good.
Ron
Okay,
from
see you
Manchester.
later. Bye
All
bye.
right. Bye-bye.
All right, so ratings are up.
Ron from Manchester, everyone.
That's
A
right.
big star.
Yes.
But I'll tell you what. I thought that was Peter. And I thought we're having round 2 right now.
Oh.
Why would you think that was Peter?
Why wouldn't it be? He's obviously listening.
I don't know if he is.
Wow, it got real quiet in here, Matt. We're having a wham.
Well, the song's over.
That's a long one, too.
Yes. All right. So what are we talking about here?
No. The advice that John Manning, DJ Midas, gave him on how to proceed with this whole Peter White morning show situation.
First of all, he's inaccurate with that statement right there.
Right.
100% inaccurate with that statement. It wasn't a Peter White thing. That's the thing. It wasn't a Peter White thing. It was a you thing. It was a you more than Peter White.
A little bit, not much.
Not a little bit, bro. Listen. You wouldn't be sitting there. You wouldn't be doing anything cool if you didn't know me.
Oh
Fact.
yeah, first of all,
Fact.
everybody, I want to get that out there.
You
that
are
is
the
true.
biggest coattail riding mother ever I know.
Listen, Ryan Gorman is correct. What he just said. Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
I met you guys through him. Yes, correct.
Okay.
Oh, I put you on the air for the first. Come on.
Well, Peter White did. He's in charge.
No, actually,
great
Peter White
White.
didn't know you.
Right, I know.
Right,
Well,
so-
no, he knew me from hanging around.
So
when
so
you
what
guys,
Gonzo's going to do right here is he's going to try and since he knows I'm right,
he's gonna
sit here-
analyze what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. He's going to sit here and say that Peter, like, oh no, Peter let me on. It's like, no, dude, no,
You let me on the Peter White Morning Show.
no. I let you on Manchester.
Yes, of
so
course.
therefore, you don't know Peter. You don't know any.
Of
I
course.
gave you an opportunity to be on the air.
Of course, that's
So
what
you-
friends
Right.
do.
I'm more annoyed. Yeah, exactly. That's what friends do. They don't make them walk to the radio show when they're 5 blocks up.
I was drinking.
You drove home anyway.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Well, I drove later on when I sobered up.
How long do you think it takes to get sober?
I don't know.
So you gave
45 minutes?
You gave him life, is what you're saying, Ryan.
He did.
Well, anything funny
But I'm
does.
not disputing that.
And I'll tell you right now, he's the one that put a paintbrush in my hand for the first time.
Yes, yes.
I think it was a paint can, too.
It was a paint can. It was a paint can.
The fact is that Gorman absolutely introduced me to Peter and all the John. I mean, a lot of people in my life are because I get that.
You might not know Christian Lacoste.
I
had it
wouldn't.
not been
I
for
wouldn't.
Ryan
I
Gorman.
just know of him. is what I would
Right.
know.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know
yeah.
about him.
You wouldn't have that great shirt.
No, I wouldn't know him
Right.
personally.
Right.
You wouldn't know Benny, Colin, Jesse, any of those guys. None of them.
No.
None of them.
So
I'm
what
so
was
glad you didn't come with me to New York. You would have got me in trouble for sure.
See, I don't know. I'm nothing but a good time. Like,
No, this one you would have gotten yeah. Dude, if you
it's because you're a common denominator, Ryan. You bring drama
Nope,
to every situation.
I walked in the door and I was like, first three people were like, "Oh, great to see you, dude. Can you just keep your clothes on tonight? My wife's here." Like, I was like, "All right."
So Wilcox is banned from other establishments.
I don't think
as
he's
well.
banned. He's not banned. Oh, it was me.
I'll tell you what, Matt. He left all his gear in my trunk. I
Yeah?
feel so bad for Stacy Wilcox. Just he's in my trunk, just gasping
Right.
for air.
You think that's
dying right now.
the only head of hair he's got?
Well,
No.
wait a minute though. Wait. We're getting off track.
R.I.P.
I want
Yeah,
to know what the advice was
Oh, okay,
that,
sure.
that
So
DJ Midas gave you.
So, I was aggravated that like I felt like, boy, I started this Amsterdam thing. I started like, and then I don't get any like nobody's asking me to come. This jamoke gets
Oh my God! Really? You don't get what the credit for? Like,
did you ask a question or did you not ask a question?
All right. I'll shut up.
Can you cut his mic for a minute? Jesus.
Yeah, now he's producing the show.
Uh-oh.
Well, that might not be a bad idea, Gonzo.
Oh, that's nice. I'm saving
not-
that.
It's not Matt. Would I not be a good producer? Am I not like?
He can run his own
Can
show.
you cut his mic?
Well,
Good God. You are a douchebag.
Proceed.
Oh,
all right. So what was the advice?
I can't give the advice without giving a little bit of background to
Okay,
it.
well, go ahead.
Well, then make sure Lisper over there
Now we're making fun of my disability.
all the time.
Awesome.
You make fun of mine all the time.
Yes, yes.
Oh my God, this is great.
Oh, I know what. Yeah, because the FM isn't working.
See what you started, Gonzo?
Oh, what happened?
See what you started?
All right. So
The
what was-
WMNH brass is in here now because of you.
No. But
Hi-ups.
we're
We got the hi-ups.
because we're having technical issues. No, but what was the advice that DJ Midas gave you?
This is so awkward now. Peter's right there.
No, why would this be awkward? If
But
Peter's
he's not
right there?
Peter. He's the mechanic right now.
So,
It doesn't count.
you know, Pete had called me in 2016 when I was like just finishing up in rehab and told me that him and Joel were taking over the morning show.
Right.
And I was excited, but at the same time, like, you know, kicking myself for having been such a I don't know, train wreck on the air, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead. He's listening. I'm sure Peter's listening
Peter's heard this story.
somewhere out there.
Peter's heard this story. We and Peter communicate
Okay.
about this.
Well, he's listening.
We just don't start trouble, and then
Okay.
we don't light matches on, throw it on gas, and then walk away.
I do.
But it's weird.
What? Just ignore what's.
This is so awkward for you.
No, it's not the fact. It's not the fact that he's standing.
I just wanted to know what's the advice that DJ Midas gave you.
I thought he's doing a fake service call right now. Yeah, the
I'm
alarm
gonna-
clock's off. The alarm clock's off by a minute. I had to come in and fix it.
No, we're
I'm JKing.
for people watching online who don't know, we're currently not on FM. Oh, you didn't know that?
You'll
'Cause
get a call from Hopwood about this.
No, I think the storm had something to do with it.
So I would constantly, like, it was just a resentment I had, like, when I got home, and then just like, you know, I just felt like, you know, Gonzo was coming in all the time, and you know, Pete never asked me to come in, and this and that, so it was like always bugging me, and like finally Midas said once, he's like, dude, you Manchester was your brainchild, you started that, correct? And I said, yeah. He goes, all right, then do something else. Make something cooler. Like, do it again. And I was like, you know what? It's a great piece of advice. Just do it again. Do
Right.
something else.
Right.
So that's what I've been doing.
Okay. Are we on, or is this no? Okay.
Why is the help chiming in?
In case folks couldn't hear, Peter said it's kind of hard to do when the star of the show's not there.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Tibbetts.
Um,
Tibbetts carried Manchester.
Oh, you know what's great, Gonzo? You know what this just did for you, though?
What?
This is awesome. I'm not joking. I'm going to hold myself to this because I was going to make you read for it, remember?
Uh-huh.
You're absolutely written out of the you will not be playing that part, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Of Wilcox's mother.
Okay. Oh, well.
I'm sorry.
all
That
right.
sucks. But I'll
You were
tell you.
excited about it. He was excited about it.
But so it sounds to me though. Now, so tell me if I have this right. In other words, Midas was communicating to you, do your own thing and just be confident in what
Yeah.
you're doing.
Don't focus on Gonzo's success.
Well, right.
What
well,
success?
No, but don't. In other words, don't focus so much on the past and worry about what everyone else from the past is doing. But focus on looking forward.
Exactly. And from that, it kind of, when I took a step back from it, and it gave me a whole new appreciation for what Peter's doing here on the morning show, because it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing. Maybe that Amsterdam was definitely a springboard to that.
Yeah.
But this is Peter's jam. And,
Right.
You know, and there he is over there,
No.
Gonzo, hanging on tight to Peter's coattails, hanging on tight to my coattails,
Is it,
waiting for his big chance.
Love you, Peter.
I'm gonna write you out of everything.
So I came here to retire anyway.
Oh, good.
okay.
Thank God.
No, you know what? I think, Gorman, you nailed it on the head. Yeah. You know, it's like Jackass. You seen the show Jackass?
Oh, of course.
It's
Yeah.
like kind of now an entity, and it's a polished show at this point where it started out a little, new. But then that stems from like the Can't Kill Yourself and like
Right.
the other thing that like they pulled all these different ragtag skate videos together to bring them and make it like Jackass wouldn't be Jackass without
Without Johnny Knoxville
without
from
a
Big
raw
Brother?
version of a skateboard show that kind of got polished up.
Right. No, and that's
Yeah.
that's absolutely the truth, because the fact of the matter is as jealous as I was, and also angry at myself because
And Peter knows this, dude, by the way. He knows that he wouldn't be on his show without Manchester.
Dude, listen, I don't need you speaking for Peter. Peter and I have a nice relationship,
What's that,
my
Peter?
friend.
Hold on. I'm getting a
No,
message.
but
Okay.
dude,
Peter wants to relay the message that he knows that, and he really cares about you.
you know what's funny is this will irritate Gonzo so bad because I'm just not gonna show him on the air. But Matt, remind me to show you something that would blow his mind. Yes, I'm well aware that Peter is appreciative and Peter knows that. But
If you're trying to have a mind battle against me, it's
I'm not
not.
gonna
You'll
have a-
never win that. Like I already see what you're doing.
do you?
Yeah,
What am I doing?
it's checkmate, bro.
I'm confused.
No, yeah, exactly.
Draw 4.
Tony Petrello in the chat is commenting that, yeah, we know. So just to update people who are just joining us online, we're not currently on 95.3 FM. There is a technical issue, which I assume had to do with the storm that moved through the
this
area.
is just
so.
for our Patreon fans on Facebook.
Yeah, yeah. This is not.
Exclusive.
Unfortunately, I assume we're on 97, but we are not currently on 95.3 FM. So, but please join us online. Well, of course. Then again, if you're hearing my voice right now, you've already joined us online. So I don't know why I'm.
So Matt, you didn't have to cut transmission. Me and Gorman will get along just fine.
What?
I'm sure.
Oh,
He doesn't dole those out too often.
right. Well, that's very nice. So why are you just showing me that? You don't want to read that on the air?
Wait a minute. Wait.
I want to leave Gonzo in the dark.
Okay.
Is this
all
the
right,
Acevedo quote?
Nope.
Because Acevedo had good things to say about you too.
Yeah, you told me that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes,
He
yes.
said if he had a YouTube channel, he'd watch it.
If I could get a guy like Christian Lacrosse to run my YouTube channel, I'd be stoked.
Yeah, the audio stream is going out. Yeah, thanks, Charles.
Need that
It's
Connarton bump.
just not going out. We're just not on FM, so our local listeners in Manchester cannot hear us, but they're hearing us worldwide. Yes, the Connarton bump.
The Connarton bump is huge,
I'll tell you what. Yeah. Yeah. It really is.
especially after dinner when you're full.
Huh?
Keep it going for the night.
Sure.
Hey, Connarton.
Melanie says Russians are taking over the airwaves. Yes. So, all right.
I think Peter White killed transmission. He's like, nope. Not happening.
Just to touch on what Gonzo said about the jackass thing, though, that's a pretty good.
Thank you.
As much as I want to slap you, often, that's a pretty good analogy, and because even though I was like, jealous and angry at myself about that situation, truth of the matter is, what Peter does, I couldn't do that. I can't do. First of all, I can't calm down long enough to do that.
Yeah.
Do you have ADHD?
You're kidding me.
I assume you do. But,
I have
but
attention-
we've never actually discussed it. So
I have
I'm curious.
attention deficit hyperactive disorder, executive function disorder, and a nonverbal learning disorder.
Now list your STDs.
I've never had one. List yours. I've never had one. Have you ever even been tested? You piglet.
Well, let's not let's not get into that.
Yeah, don't put that on me. This is
not,
this guy.
Yeah, I know, but let's not
That
get
was
into that.
rude of
We're not on
me.
FM, but we're still on cable on 97.
I thought we could go blue now.
No.
Oh, okay, my bad.
No. No, but so I'm curious because I can't believe we've never talked about this. Oh, wait a minute. Actually,
We can't talk about it.
we need to take a break. All right, we're going to take a break as our technical things continue to evolve. Let's see. I just got to play something. Oh, you know what? I'll play the song I was going to play earlier, and then I decided not to. Huh? Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's Matt Connarton Unleashed, and we are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM here in downtown Manchester, New Hampshire, and on Comcast 97. However, we are not currently on 95.3 FM live here in Manchester because the guys were in here trying to figure it out, but there is a technical problem. So we're streaming. The streaming is working, and as far as I know, we are on. Actually, I think someone in the chat room said we are on Comcast 97, but the FM transmission is down. Hopefully, it'll come back on. I suspect it has something to do with the rainstorm that moved through because that's when the problem began. So we'll see. We'll see if it comes back on. But to everyone joining us online, glad you are with us. And let's see. Ryan Gorman has returned. He is over there on the couch. Hello, sir.
Hi.
Welcome back.
On the Couch. That was our first production company, On the Couch Productions.
Was it real?
Yep.
Really? Oh, wow. Oh, that's a cool name. Very, very cool. If you'd like to call us, 603-250-6007 is the number, 603-250-6007. You can also text me at 617-917-4476. Tweet me at Matt Connarton or send an email to matt@mattconnerton.com. And, of course, you can opine and interact in the Facebook live chat. But the best thing to do is give us a call, 603-250-6007. But if you're, bye-bye.
Matt, we got an official, we did get an official measurement on the big man.
Oh, on Peter?
Yeah, he's 6'4".
Oh, I thought he was.
So I'm like 6'1".
Wow.
I'm 6. I swear, I'm at least 6'2".
Sure.
At least.
Sorry.
I just had to have my security guards take care of Gonzo for a minute. He'll be up in a minute. After they finish talking to him.
I was just looking at the chat room. By the way, to answer, someone in the chat was wondering, since we're not going out on FM radio, can we use naughty words? No, absolutely not, because we are still on cable. We are on Comcast channel 97 here in Manchester, so we must keep things clean and FCC friendly at all times, regardless. So, but we'll say hello to everybody in here who we didn't get to earlier, since a lot of new folks. Actually, we probably have a larger audience online than normal since the FM is down. But in Facebook, of course, you can also stream the show, WMNHradio.org, and MattConnerton.com has all the, Charles mentioned of Raw Talk Online, but But yes, of course, if you're joining us on Facebook, you can interact there. Eric Gagnon is blaming it on global warming. We don't say that anymore, Eric. We say climate change. Bobby Champagne joins us. Also, Dan Lavasser, who is a top fan, says the AV team is working on fixing the FM transmissions. It may come back on. I mean, everything's connected. Like I said, I think that storm had something to do with it. Let's see. Abigail Jem joins us. Oh, I think I did. Oh, you know what I meant to mention? I meant to mention this yesterday, actually. Happy birthday to Abigail. I believe it was her birthday over the weekend.
Was.
I always see the birthday notifications on Facebook after they've already happened, and then I feel badly.
Yep. She was nice enough to catch me on my birthday, which I think is the day before hers.
Yeah.
And Abigail, I know I sent you a message the day after, but again, I apologize. She's always right on top of it, always, caring about my well-being and whatnot.
Oh,
She's
very
a
nice.
Very, very great human being.
Yes,
And,
yes.
Big fan.
Absolutely. Let's see. Oh, Texas Mike, our friend Texas Mike, also joins us in the Facebook live chat. So, so what are you doing these days creatively?
So we've got, as you know, we were hoping of launching in like 2019, but we're a lot closer now. We're at the stage of editing down to get to our first pilot episode of it, but we're relaunching Amsterdam.
Okay.
But it's just the name is the same.
Right.
It's not like a
So Peter White's not involved, obviously, in this iteration.
He absolutely could be, but he's not involved in the day to day.
Right.
I would love to do a little Peter White minute or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's got sketches, a lot of sketches that I've done, and then old clips, from it's heavily music based too.
Yeah.
So featuring much like your. Why is it? I was on it. Local Outbreak.
Yes.
Similar to that, we'll feature.
Oh, cool.
Not necessarily local bands, but up and coming bands. Like the first one we're doing is The Shift.
Oh, great. Great. Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of that stuff. A lot of the stuff is like from the vault, like stuff that is just. I have hard drives full of stuff, and then the biggest thing and the thing I'm most excited about, and it's finally it's done. The treatment for the screenplay is done, but I wrote a Stacey Wilcox movie.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's called. I can give you a brief without giving away too much.
Yeah.
But it's called The Maplehurst Cup, Stacey's Final Chase, and it's at the end of Stacey's career. He's done everything. He's done won everything, broke every record. He's the best.
Yeah.
He's got a catchphrase that I stole from a kid that lived down the street from me when I was little. Anytime I do a trick on my bike, he'd just ride by me and go, "I'm better than you."
Yeah.
So that's Stacey Wilcox, "I'm better than you."
Yeah.
And everything. The story is he's giving his speech at the Mount Macho Hall of Fame, which is a small Hall of Fame in the California Valley, outside of Hollywood, that he funded and he started himself, and he's the first inductee.
Yeah.
And as he's giving his speech, telling everybody that they can thank him for all the years of watching him win, this and that, a reporter from the Union Leader raises his hand and says, well, according to our notes here, you've never won the Maplehurst Cup, which is a neighborhood street hockey tournament here in Manchester.
Okay.
And so it's about him. He that really irks him. So he flies back to see go back to his hometown, where he's actually not really well received. He's, as you can imagine, I know this will be shocking to everyone, but they think he's a douche. He's not the nicest guy. So he hasn't seen his twin brother Courtney in a long time. His twin brother was over in Japan playing professional baseball, and he was never a showboat. He was never it's a real yin and yang story. And
Yeah.
of course, there's an epic karate fight between the two of them when he gets home, and then it's about them coming together to try and win this tournament together. And
Oh, wow.
there's characters like Mean Gene Poutine, who's like the all-time most notorious street hockey player around here.
Yeah.
And there's a love interest, and then of course I will tell you this much: the final game is between the Wilcox brothers, which is Courtney, Stacy, and then in goal is their older brother Leslie, and the final game is against 3 young girls. They're ages 6 to 11. That's the final game, and you know how Stace is like.
Yeah.
He doesn't think much of broads. Broads can't do anything. So they have to play against 3 little girls, the Beauty sisters, BYUTI, and yeah, it's funny. I'll let you read it when actually I was gonna have Abigail proofread it for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's an English teacher, and
Yes.
I don't have much of a command of the English language. Well, you have a good command of it, just not grammatically.
Right. Right.
So
How long have you been working on the script?
it's like over a year.
Okay.
Over a year. I had the idea a year ago, and then kind of started coming together, and then literally, like I think it was like the day before my birthday, there was like one last part. Like I'm like, how does that all tie? And I made it come together. And there's it's got everything you want, dude.
Yeah.
Disco dancing, roller skating, fighting, ninjutsu. Yeah, it'll be fun. The epic brother battle, because Stace with nunchucks, he's
Yes. Yes.
out of this world. Well,
Yes.
his brother Courtney with a katana is no slouch.
So what's the next step? So the screenplay is done.
The treatment for it.
Or
so
the
it's
treatment.
not like
Oh, what? Okay. So what's a treatment?
so. A treatment is basically an overall scope of the film, like the idea. It's more in depth than like a page of like a synopsis of it. It's more in depth than that, but it's not a breakdown of each scene by scene. It's not.
We're back.
It's not a. It doesn't have line for line like what each of the lines
Yeah.
are going to be. I mean, I have an idea what a bunch of them will be.
Yeah.
For example, the girl goalie for the other team, her name's Anna
Yeah.
Beauty. And that was just so I could make the joke, kick save and a beauty.
Very nice.
So.
By the way, just to update everybody, we are, thank you. A couple people in the chat room mentioned it, and I confirmed it here. We are back on FM 95.3. So thank you, everyone, for your patience. And whatever the issue was seems to have resolved. Like I said, I assume it had something to do with that storm that moved through. And even more importantly, Gonzo is back.
Way more important than that storm.
Ooh.
Yes. They were asking in the chat room if Ryan Gorman beat you up.
Outside?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, good.
He
Good.
asked me to leave, so,
Oh,
so I didn't take away from his radio time.
oh, right.
So I let him do his hockey story. I assume he told the hockey story.
Well, he
You
told
assume that because you walked in and you heard the last part.
he was
But Gonzo did talk himself out of being the. He really had his heart set on playing their mom,
oh.
and yeah, their mom Bobby.
So what is the next step then? So the treatment is done.
So the next is to have, like I said, I need somebody to edit it and type it. I can't type fast enough. It's
Oh, okay,
handwritten, like so I'd like to dictate it to
Yeah.
someone like Abigail or
Yeah.
or as she's probably like, dude, put me on the spot. Like,
The,
yes, I am.
the token English teacher.
yeah. And then that's a great question. I mean, I have an idea what I'd like to do. I'd like to get it in the hands of one Don Tibbetts and see if he can get it in the hands of one Happy Madison production
Yeah.
executive. But I
Yeah.
don't. Although there is, I got to say this.
I know Adam.
I did write a great part based on Don Tibbetts.
Really?
Yeah, it's the referee. He's got an eye patch. He wears roller skates.
Yeah.
And of course, he has the catchphrase Yahoo.
Yeah.
So, but it is based on Don Tibbetts.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, so the other thing I wanted to circle back to this because we kind of stumbled upon this, and I can't believe we've never talked about it. So you do have ADHD.
Oh yeah.
So the reason, part of why this is so interesting to me, and I don't think you've ever met Dr. Kevin, my friend Dr. Kevin, or maybe you have.
Dude, I think he was on the. Was he on the air? Was he did he call once?
He's been here with me. He's been on the show a few times, although not for a while. And I, the first Thursday of every month, I call into a show that he does. He does a show online called the Dr. Kevin Show. You might have met him at some point. He used to hang around with Norm a lot. So you might have run into him. But so Dr. Kevin has written some books. One of them is called Managing the Gift, and it's about, he's done a lot of work in the area of ADD, ADHD, and he talks about how it can be, you shouldn't see it as, people think of it as disability is not the right word, but
no, but that's what it is.
But
I listened growing up. It was what's wrong? Like what's wrong with him? What's wrong with it? And
yeah,
honestly, now at this age, I mean, it took 43 years, but now I'm like, thank God. Like I don't want to be anything else.
Well, that's the thing. So he says his contention is, and like I said, he talks about it in his books. People who have ADHD tend to, you can get a lot accomplished. You're very creative. You have the ability to sort of hyper focus on things, which in some cases, as long as you're not getting distracted and you're able to hyper focus, you can actually be more productive in your creative endeavors.
And that's the problem though. It's not a choice. I can't hyper focus on, say I'm, sitting in a boiler room trying to make sales calls, I can't hyper focus on that because it's of zero interest to me.
Yeah.
So as long as it's something that's of interest, but then it becomes like an obsession of I don't really sleep. I sleep like 2, 3, 4 hours a night. And that's been that way since I was
on Thursdays.
It's been that way since, I don't know, as long as I can remember. My dad's the same way. And I think my dad had it as well, because one of the jobs they say that people with ADHD are great at is pilots.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you have to constantly be like...
Interesting.
Yeah. Huh. And you can also, they're very reactive.
When you you have to be constantly you mean on it?
Engaged. Yeah, you have to be...
Flying a plane?
Yeah, you have to just if an alarm goes off on the plane, you're able to, we don't have that whole, freeze up and be like, oh, what do I do? Shoot. That doesn't happen. It's more of that habit. The alarm goes off and you're like, all right, I gotta,
yeah.
Which it is great in those situations.
Yeah, yeah.
In regular life, it's
creatively, it's an asset.
Yeah, for sure. And I think to push anybody that has a brain like mine to something that is not them can be crippling.
So Matt, let me give you some insight about Ryan. He's not he don't want to say that. I will say it. He is genius-like. I don't want to actually say he's a genius, but he's a complicated brain, but he comes up with some gold, the best brainstormer. So if you ever creatively get in a slump, even if he doesn't say anything, he gets you to where you need to go. And brainstorming is the creative cheat code, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. And other creatives are always happy to do that and help.
Right.
So when he says if they took that away from him, I don't know if he would be the eccentric guy that would, his ceiling's higher with that quote ailment.
Right. Well, in this
than without it.
Yeah.
Yeah. In this world and this
creatively
society, I listen, it's people.
In other words,
I'm an acquired taste too.
But you wouldn't want. So in other words, though, you wouldn't.
It tasted good the first time I tasted it.
Okay, we're back on FM, so be careful. Okay. Now, so you wouldn't want to be on some kind of medication that would dull that.
I've tried it, and first of all, the medications that they put you on.
Yeah, they're uppers.
Well, no, but that's works
Right.
opposite for me.
Right.
Yeah,
Calms me,
yeah.
which is like,
Not me.
and first of all, I can't like, yeah, great. Give me a prescription to Adderall. They'll be gone by the second afternoon. Like I'm like, let's not forget that I have chronic addiction illness. Like it's not. I don't know. I don't know. I like. It's frustrating. My brain, like when people around me are like, just like, can't you get it together? Or like,
Frustrating to us too.
no, it's frustrating. It's frustrating to almost everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
But the people that do have faith in me, the people that like stick by me and put up with it, they're angels, first of all. But like, you know, my girlfriend is like, I don't know how she deals with it. She's put up with a lot, and I'm very lucky.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot. But I'm lucky. I'm lucky.
Yeah, but
if I
Ryan,
can get
you-
over that hump of
Ryan, a lot of people say this about you. Ryan is a great person. He just makes bad decisions. That's all. But
I
you
think-
have them. You have their heart. The heart is
here's
there.
the thing. I think that's very true up until maybe like last year, the year before.
Like
where
I love
really
you so.
consciously,
I love you so much.
Where,
just
where
so
we,
you know.
where I consciously make sure I don't put myself in positions
Right.
where that can happen. Where I won't be with people that are, I don't know, like, you know, like you ever hear the people like complaining that they like, oh, I just got arrested yesterday, and then just, like you find out what they're doing. It's like, well, dude, don't get in a car with somebody where it's unregistered,
Right.
and you're like, don't do that.
Right,
Like,
right.
I used to be really impulsive and just like do that stuff, and now it's like I try and steer clear of that because I have enough problems like just navigating through this on my own without.
Right,
obstacles.
right. Don't put yourself in situations where you're going to make bad
But that's
decisions.
easier said than done too.
Right. But
Peer pressure is a big
sure.
one.
Oh, sure, sure.
Yeah, but at some point,
FOMO.
but see if you can get rid of the FOMO, like at some point, it's
Yeah.
just like bro, you used to always you'd call me like, bro, why don't you have a car? Why don't you hang it? It's like, well, because
that was 3 days ago. I said that.
Well, no, but it's like, well, because you make it really difficult, and I have to do like a bunch of stuff in order to do that, and then I end up like I was the other day. Like it sucks. Like I don't feel like no. So the answer is no.
But do you find too that like the peer pressure gets as you get older, the peer pressure becomes less of a thing because
Yeah.
you just
I just don't care.
less.
Yeah, I
Or-
care less and less about. I honestly care
That's one
less
of-
and
that's-
less and less about. I don't care what.
That's
people
one of
think
the
like-
that's one of the few nice things about getting older. You just you care less about what other people
right.
think.
You
Yeah.
tighten up your pocket for sure.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I need to know that I have my friends to just while out once in a while. Like, I have to have
Yeah, but-
a crazy night here and there. I do.
Well, that's fine. I have crazy nights all the
But
time.
with-
That's
but
not
without
the,
that, knowing I can have it, that can impact my today. If I know tomorrow that's gone, even if I know it's just hanging there and I never take it, but I know I could just go crazy because I have these friends that will do that, and like it's secret crazy. It's a fun night, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
But if that was gone, like if I moved to a different city and that was gone, I would be not as good today. Not looking forward to a crazy night with my boys. You know,
You know what you'd have to do is you'd have to find out what city I moved to, and then you'd have to move there with me.
right?
You would be crushed if I left you.
Well, I'm not living in the Keys. Okay,
I'm not leaving New Hampshire. I'm gonna stay here. I love it.
a Gunco's right down the road.
Shannon McGuire in the chat room says, I have a sweet and funny student in my kindergarten class who has not been officially diagnosed with ADHD, but it's pretty clear he is. So much energy. Can't imagine being in his mind or body with other staff members telling him to, quote, settle down.
Yeah. Well, I love this lady. Yeah.
Yeah.
How could you? Yeah.
Calm
Yep.
down.
Yeah,
Hey,
calm down. Ryan,
down.
why don't you? That's the biggest thing that happened to me at barber school, man. Like I was trying to tell them, like I was trying to tell my barber teacher, like, yo, I have like, 'cause I don't look like I have a disability. Like, and again, I don't like to call it a disability.
Right,
anymore.
right. Yeah.
I like to call it a superpower. No. But I mean, that's kind of how I have to look at it.
that's cute.
That's what
No, that's like how I have to look at it. Like,
that's what Dr. Kevin calls
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
He a pediatrician?
No.
one of the other things I've noticed over, like from the start of Manchester, like one of the main things, like I loved being creative, but one of the things I I wanted from Amsterdam was like notoriety. I wanted to be known. I wanted people to know who I was, like fame, like being noticed, like I want people to like that has gone away completely. And again, this comes from years of being friends with Midas and just like,
Yeah.
you know, and it became more of a, I just want to make cool stuff.
Yeah.
I just want to make something that people appreciate. I honestly don't want to, I don't want to be, you know, like if
it happens, it happens.
If it happens,
something...
it happens. But it's not anything I honestly, it's not anything I want.
Yeah.
Like
I do.
And I know that about you. I know that about you. I know that about you. That's why I was bringing it up. I know
And
that
you're
that's
my
like
ticket.
And I'll tell you what, though, this is the crazy thing. As much as he drives me nuts, I don't think my creative juices keep pumping as much as they do as when, I mean, because there was a time when not too long ago that me and him weren't hanging out for like a good chunk of time. And I'll tell you,
which Peter loves to talk about.
My creativeness kind of did go a little bit stagnant.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I'll tell you what, like, not to sound mushy, but you only get so many best friends. I think they were talking about it earlier on the morning show. Like hanging out with your best friends after a while is just so easy, and that's how it has to be. Otherwise, they're not your best friend. That's the indicator if it's easy or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a grudge is a grudge, and grudges go away. They literally do. Time does heal wounds.
And life's much too short to hold on to stuff anyway.
And I think it depends on what
Well, it depends on what it is, of course.
Too.
Like,
well,
if someone.
I mean, all the stuff I feel he's done that has made me step away. It's like all forgivable. It's just it's, you know.
I want to know what Matt was gonna say. Like if someone.
Oh, like if someone murdered my family, I wouldn't be like, hey, it's all good, you know.
You know,
you just had a bad day. No, I mean, there's some grudges that are worth holding on to.
Only a real friend would do that for you in the right circumstances.
Right.
I do feel though,
right.
I would like to think that I do have the ability to, if someone did do that, and I could tell that they were truly repentant over it.
Oh no, shut up.
No, I'm not joking. I would like to think that I could get rid of that.
Right.
Because like you said, life is not only that, but that sucks carrying around that, you know.
Oh my God.
It hurts you. It doesn't hurt the person.
Exactly,
it doesn't hurt the person the grudge is against. It hurts you. We have a call.
That is true, actually.
Yeah. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
How about a nice big kiss?
Is this Crazy Joe?
Absolutely. Who else talks like this?
Oh,
nobody in New Hampshire talks like this.
Yeah, get out of town, Joe. Yeah, we do.
What's on your mind, Crazy Joe? You all know Crazy Joe.
Yeah, I heard of him. Not impressed.
Who is that little voice there?
Ooh.
That's the B word. You called me a B word last time.
Oh, that's right. You guys were beefing. Crazy.
That's your boy over there, right?
That's Gonzo at the news
That's everybody's
desk.
boy. I'm a fan favorite.
But Crazy Joe is on a much more positive path now, right? Crazy Joe, we've got you on a positive path.
I have my moments though. I'm actually in front of my therapist's office.
You are?
Let's see if I can lure him down.
And I was going to call into the show before you signed off because I'm going to meet her at 5:30, and I was going to have you talk to her.
You were going to have me talk to your therapist?
Yeah, for her to tell you what a wonderful guy I am.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, sure, I would love to talk to your therapist. If
that's okay with you, you know. I mean, we're going to meet at 5:30, and I'm going to tell her the good news that I'm hooked up with you. That you're my savior of broadcasting.
Wow. All right. So, what are you gonna? You want to call us back at 5:30 when you're with your therapist?
Yeah, about 5:35, 5:40, around there. Well, just about maybe 15 minutes before you go off the air.
Okay.
I thought maybe you wanted to ask her a question.
Oh, yes. I have lots of questions for her. Yes. Okay. Abigail Jem is asking, what kind of therapist is this? Are you still there, Joe?
He's been doing this.
This
is a shtick, Matt.
We lost him.
He's he's not a real caller. I'm sorry. You're being mocked. I feel.
I didn't make the rules. I just played the game.
You never noticed how the last 5 times he's hung up, it's just hung up?
Yeah. I think the call just drops. Hi, welcome to Matt.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, there you are.
I was saying to Jen, what other kind of therapy is there?
Well, there's different kinds of therapy. I think we missed part of what you were saying, Joe, because the call dropped.
Oh, okay.
So she's asking what kind of therapist is this?
It's what they call that, head therapy.
Okay. Well, very good.
Psychologist?
Boring.
All right, Joe. So you're gonna. All right. Well,
I mean, Howard Stern's been to one for a very long time, and I believe in the same thing. I think it's great.
Oh, I love therapy.
yeah, you go to.
Oh
a
my
therapist?
God, yeah, I love therapy. Are you kidding me?
Oh, no kidding.
In
I think
Vegas?
it's the greatest. I think it is the greatest thing a human being can do.
Oh, wow.
And the funny thing is, my parents would always be like, "Well, you need to go talk to somebody." And like now, I'm so into therapy. Like I have a couple of them actually. And I said to my dad once, I'm like, you should go to therapy. And like he took offense to it. He was like,
Really?
Why? What's wrong? Like, what do I do? And it's like, whoa.
Some people are very closed off to
It's
it.
like, no, dude, it's not about like my dad would think that by taking me to a therapist, they're going to fix whatever is wrong. And it's like, no, they teach you to like a therapist would the reason I wanted my dad or my parents to talk to one is so that a therapist could essentially tell them like there's nothing you can do about what he's going to do, like
Right.
he's there, so you can bang your head against the wall all day long being like you want this person to change, you want this
Yeah.
the bottom line is you can only control yourself, and Gonzo can't make me mad, you can't make you can say things to me, but the thing that makes me mad is however I'm going to react.
You're
to it.
responsible
My
for how you
response-
respond.
yeah.
Yes, yes.
So the more I've taught myself that, it's great. It frustrates people around me. They're like, "How can you not be upset right now?" I'm like,
Right.
"What?" It's like,
Do you find it hard to get with a therapist and trust them though? Like that would be my issue.
I
to
used
give
to.
him my details and then him look at me like just another person. Like,
No.
like
Well-
I'd rather talk to my best friends about my issues.
Yeah, but I don't think, dude. I'm telling you. So
hang on. Let's let Joe. You want to call us back?
Oh, he's still here?
Yeah, I'm going to call you back, okay? Thanks a lot for letting me in there.
Oh, anytime. All right. We'll talk to you in a bit.
All right.
All right. Bye bye.
All right.
He's just Joe now. We can't say that anymore.
Crazy.
So-
Well,
So don't hate the player. Hate the game.
that's a great question, though, Gonzo. Do you find it hard? And at first, yeah, I did, because I was going to therapists that when I the first ADD doctor person I went to was, somebody my parents picked out and this and that, and now I go to therapists that I have sought out. I've read what their specialties are, and you're gonna have a field day with this one. But women, I have to have a female therapist. And this is also gonna sound weird.
No, I'm
No,
not
it's
gonna have
also
a
gonna sound
field
weird, but
day.
it has to be a therapist roughly around my same age,
Right.
anywhere from 30 to 50. Because if it's someone a female that's 65 or something, she's not gonna really understand what I'm talking about. Neither is a gentleman of that age. And I got enough dudes my age.
You want
that are talking-
potential to take it to the next level.
Are you talking about a complete violation of HIPAA laws for that female therapist?
Well, isn't that the ultimate goal?
No.
No.
But no, you know what? This is something I'd ask my therapist, though, because this is how much I love therapy. I'd be like, why is that, though? Is that the reason? Is that the reason? Back deep down in the back of my, is that what it is?
What do you think, Matt? Is that the reason?
No.
I don't think it is either.
No.
But it's certainly something I would ask. I'm not above any type of
So do you go consistently? Are you currently
I do.
actively?
Yeah.
Wow.
I do. Yeah.
Good for you. Good for you.
Wow, he said.
Yeah.
No, that's because a lot of people they go and they don't stick with it, and
One of my
And they get
therapists
results.
now. One of my therapists now is also a shaman. She's also
you've told me about
she's
her.
also a psychologist.
Yes,
She's
you told me about her.
yeah,
Yeah,
which is great.
And she's
because
hot.
She is attractive. She
Yes.
just got married actually, just recently. So
Very good. Very
I have to
good.
find a new therapist.
Yeah. But you have a demo. You have a filter.
Yeah, Crazy Joe mentioned Howard Stern. He's been going to a therapist for decades. Decades, yeah.
Yeah, I would go to therapy. I feel like I should, but I wouldn't want to sit down with someone that I just don't know if he cares enough. Why am I going to give him everything if they're not going to receive it well? Like, it should be some kind of like, I don't know, a date, like a bro date. Let's go to a Fisher Cats game.
No, but you know what, though, Gonzo? All that stuff that they have on their wall, like that degree they have, the doctorate they have, the HIPAA laws that they respect. I would say that you're going to find that 90% of those people are exactly what they say they are, and you can trust them.
I don't know about 90. I would say
I would
like
absolutely
50.
would say about. You think it's 50-50?
I think a lot of these people are just pill doctors, to be honest.
Well, first of all, you have to be a psychiatrist to do that, or
Right,
a nurse
right.
practitioner. Dude, you could go
I assume that's who you would.
No, I don't want.
What's a psychiatrist? Then?
A psychiatrist.
Someone you sit down and
is
lay
an
on a
actual
couch?
MD. They
Right.
have a medical degree.
Right.
They're
A,
medical doctor.
a psychiatrist can prescribe,
Right.
but not a
A
psychologist.
psychologist can't. Or you could even go talk
Versus
to
a hot acupuncturist.
I mean, they can't prescribe you anything either. But I've also go to. I mean, I haven't for a while, but I also get acupuncture too.
Oh,
Acupuncture in your ears.
I have had that when Elizabeth Ropp, the
Yeah,
acupuncture.
Rob. Yeah.
Oh, that's who. That's
No,
who's-
I go to one of Rob's friends. Yeah.
Okay, and what does that do for you? Do you feel?
Well, it relaxes me first of all, and then
Yeah.
also like releases a bunch of friggin' toxins.
But the acupuncturist you go to, do they put actual needles in
Yep.
your or they just because I've also Liz Ropp has done for me just to demonstrate the I forget what they're called now.
Cones.
No, they're not. Is it
Oh,
cones?
you're talking about the seeds.
The seeds.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
The ear seeds.
Because Ryan
Yep.
gave me a nice Christmas candle last year. I'm wondering if that came from your ears or not.
The Christmas candle. I don't think I've ever. Have I
Okay.
Is that an earwax, Joe?
Yeah, you don't make earwax candles.
No.
Oh,
I
that's
am a big
gross.
fan of earwax.
It
But
tasted weird.
Oh boy.
ominous.
So, but your entry into therapy started with your parents sending you when you
Oh
were
yeah,
a kid?
yeah. It was.
Yeah.
It was forced entry.
Yeah, yeah. Because of your ADHD?
Yeah.
Is that how you were diagnosed?
Well, it was because no, it was. I wasn't diagnosed with ADHD until I was 17.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, so you
Okay.
talk about, and then it was like my parents were like, well, you got to go to college. Like I'm like, I hate school. I'd
Yeah.
rather just like, this is like one thing I've, how parents parents do the best that they can with what they've got. Like,
Yeah.
So my parents parented me, the way that they instilled the things they felt their parents did good into me, and then anything that probably disturbed them is stuff they cut out of it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like with my kids, like so I'll instill the fact that like my mom is very honest. My parents are both hard workers. They tell you you're gonna do something, they're gonna do it. Like they're good, their word is good. Stuff like that is, which I used to hate growing up because it prevented me from doing a lot of things that I wanted to do as a kid.
Yeah.
But that's the stuff I appreciate now because I know I'm a good person. I know I'm a polite person. I know I'm decent. But one of the things that I definitely will not instill in my children, and I can tell, especially my youngest, I would have these, I still have the same dreams I had as a kid. Like I want to do now.
Yeah.
And one thing I will not do to my kids is if whatever they're passionate about, go for it.
Good.
Go for it. I don't care. No, you don't have to. Like my parents were very, and it was out of a place of love, but it was like, play it safe.
Yeah.
Like just do listen, why don't you go to college, get a degree, have that as a fallback plan,
Yeah.
and then go drive out to Hollywood and do whatever. And it's like, I'm also glad I didn't drive out to Hollywood. I'd probably be
Right,
dead.
right,
I'd probably
right.
be dead
Yeah,
by now,
yeah.
and or like just lost in the mix. But,
Yeah.
So everything happens for a reason. But one thing I will not tell my kids is play it safe. Like,
No,
whatever they're after, go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a call. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Well, if only education actually educated us.
What?
Oh, it's Ridley, by the way. But it's
Oh!
only like getting a college degree. It was actually super useful. It's
Dave
really
Ridley.
not as useful as it should be.
Dave Ridley, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was you for a second there. The phone connection isn't great, but it's okay. Dave, I'm really glad you called, though. I'm not sure what you had to what you were calling about, but I need to hit you with something you were not expecting. But I have to ask you because I don't know if you heard the last, if you were listening after your last call in as Bitcoin Gandhi. But that day here on the show, your call set off quite the discussion. Some people, and this isn't me saying this, I defended you on this, but some of our listeners felt that your portrayal of the Bitcoin Gandhi character, because you do the voice when you call, some people felt that it's racist. And I wanted to give you an opportunity to respond to that.
Yeah, I'm glad they said that because it just draws more attention to what we're doing, and that was calculated before the event started.
That's honest.
So I calculated that in, but yeah. Thank you for asking. The one of the genius of the Gujarati people is that they are not much given to complaining about people imitating and admiring them.
Okay. So from that standpoint, then that would be an explanation of why it's not. Because what I said, what my position on this, Dave, and Jenny had said this as well. My argument with those who said what you were doing is racist is that you are not doing it in any way to denigrate or to mock or make fun of Gandhi or of Indian people. Certainly, but rather out of reverence for Gandhi. That's how you came up with the Bitcoin Gandhi character. And of course, you really threw yourself into it. And while I'm personally not into cryptocurrency and all of that, I admire that you really went all in with Bitcoin Gandhi. But my argument was that your character of Bitcoin Gandhi was done out of reverence and kind of an homage to Gandhi, and you were not doing it in any way to satirize or make fun of Indian people, certainly in any way. So that was what I told everyone. But I did get some pushback from listeners on that. So I like I said, I wanted to give you a chance to address it.
There is another answer to that question, which is not as strong, but it's still useful, and that is that the person who played him in the 1982 movie
Ben
was
Kingsley.
Basically an Anglo guy, Ben Kingsley. He's tiny a bit Gujarati, but the one of Gandhi, there was some controversy about that at the time, and the Kingsley supporters, I think, won out because Gandhi's old friend came out of the woodwork to say, no, Gandhi was a multiculturalist. He would have loved the idea of an Englishman successfully playing him.
Right. Yeah, no doubt.
Matt, I think you both had good points, you and Hopwood, though. And I think Dave Ridley is not a racist. I'm going to say that. I don't think he's a racist.
Right. And by the way, John Hopwood also said that. We should clarify for you, Dave. John Hopwood said he doesn't believe that you're a racist. He just felt that what you were doing was racist. But so I just wanted to clarify that. Go ahead, Gonzo. I didn't mean to.
The argument was the character doesn't work with the accent, which is true. You can't do Gandhi without an accent.
Right.
And Dave Ridley's not like a professional, improv actor, so he's gonna do a cheapened version of Gandhi, which is kind of what makes it a shtick, and people should know that from the jump. This is a shtick.
Well,
it's not that offensive, and he's not like changing his skin tone to mock it. He's not doing anything like that.
Right.
But I see John's point too, where it is. We're not Indians. So we don't know if it offends us or not.
Yeah. Well, but Dave Ridley might take. I would not have.
Dave Ridley's an ass. Okay. Just kidding.
No. We like Dave, but although Dave might take issue with the word shtick, I would not characterize it that way. What say you, Dave? Is it shtick?
It was an act of desperation.
Explain.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've been cut off from the media. We were reduced to, or maybe elevated to, calling talk radio to get news out because the mainstream media will not report what New Hampshire liberty activists are doing or going through, at least not much.
Yeah.
And although we have large numbers of activists now in New Hampshire that are libertarian, we are being silenced and muzzled, and also having our people taken out in the legal sense. And that pushed some of us to desperation. And when that's starting to happen, when people start getting desperate, they start doing bad things sometimes. So I wanted to do a desperate thing that led the way toward desperate constructive action.
Mm-hmm. So when you talk about
remember, this was a violation of the federal regulations, what I did. I was expecting to go to jail or be fined later, and I may still be fined and sent to jail later.
Oh, you mean showing up at these government buildings to present the grievances?
Well, you're not allowed to go to property and distribute handbills. That's illegal, and I've been arrested for it before.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly what we did today, and they decided not.
Bills. Okay.
I'm sorry, what?
No, I didn't know what you said. You can't distribute hand something, and I didn't hear the last word.
Handbills, yeah.
Bills, okay.
Yeah.
It's a violation of federal regulations to distribute handbills on federal property, and I was arrested for doing it in 2007, doing the same thing, handing grievances to federal officials.
Yeah.
But this time they chose not to make an immediate, reaction. But that doesn't mean it's over. And it was, obviously it was grueling to do this, and I knew people would know that it was grueling. You wouldn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it, and Gandhi didn't want to do his salt march. But we were hit so hard with all these Bitcoin raids that something had to be done.
I don't know. But you're saying that you and Gandhi are cut from the same cloth?
Oh, I don't think he's saying that.
Well, they wore the same outfit.
That would take some hubris.
He probably spun. He spun his own. I can't claim to have done that.
Right. Jenny is in the chat room. She says, I think it's safe to say he is a professional activist, and doing a character, especially in a peaceful walk, is not racist. Rocky Huber says, racist, no. Tasteless, maybe.
Matt, this just in.
Yes?
Not a racist.
Not a racist. Well, you're right. Well, but even John Hopwood, like I said, John Hopwood, who was very critical of you, Dave, after your call the other day, he said he doesn't believe that you're racist or have racist intentions. He just believed that doing the Indian accent as Gandhi was racist. But like I said, my argument with him was, and this is kind of an argument that I make in a lot of these instances, is I think when we talk about these things, context matters and intent matters. And unfortunately, to a lot of people, those things don't matter. But to me, they do. So, and those are two things that I take into account when, kind of digesting these things. What's the context of it and what is the intent of it? So
that's a lot of things people can't wrap their head around, though, Matt.
That's true.
To dig deep into a instant reaction.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. What were you calling about, Dave? Did you have something specific on your mind?
Yeah, the Henniker post office.
Well, another New Hampshire crypto problem with the feds. And I've called in about earlier incarnations of this problem before, but this is kind of an update. You've been following the federal attack on library.com?
No.
That's a New Hampshire-based cryptocurrency, which is, they've developed an alternative to YouTube, which is actually pretty functional now. And you actually get some viewers. It's not too bad. And it has different finance models that are better than YouTube's. Anyway, there's all these great things about it. It's not perfect, but it's a pretty good operation, and it's based in New Hampshire. And the federals came after them right after they came after the Bitcoin users, the Crypto 6, the Bitcoin sellers or whatever. They have set up, but I called about this before, didn't I?
This sounds familiar.
Very familiar.
Yeah, this is just background. But the new thing is that they are on a crusade of their own, separate from the Crypto 6 crusade, to try and protect cryptocurrency in New Hampshire. And their case will probably set a lot of precedent. But they have set up a URL now for their purpose, their mission, which is it's helplibrarysavecrypto.com.
Okay. Helplibrarysavecrypto.com. Gotcha.
However, library, hopefully they've gotten everybody covered on any misspellings, but normally they spell their URL as LBRY, so it's lbry.com.
Oh.
So the URL is help lbry-save-crypto.com.
How do you spell library?
Well,
Yeah, I know, exactly. That's the problem. LBRY.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
LBRY. Okay. All right. Very good.
Now they run another platform. They run the Odyssey platform, which is also difficult to spell, and that may doom them unless they change their name or something. But again, they're very functional, very useful, and they will pay you to copy your YouTube channel over to them.
Yeah, Odyssey I'm actually familiar with, and the only reason I stumbled upon Odyssey was there's a gentleman named Jesse P.S. who does a show online called Pod Awful, a bit of a controversial figure, but he's got some stuff up on Odyssey because he got thrown off of YouTube. So
He's just like,
Yeah.
So have you taken the money, Matt? Have you gone to Odyssey?
I have not.
Yeah, I did that in I moved over in 2018. I mean, I still put stuff on YouTube, but I copied my channel in 2018.
Yeah, gotcha. Well, that's smart. And you
think.
and well, yeah,
Maybe it's 2019, but anyway, good.
and actually, I would advise anyone you should do that anyway, because you don't know when you're going to you might be deplatformed.
Absolutely.
So
I mean, we've all got experience with big companies that kind of they outcompete small companies, drive them out of business or whatnot.
Yeah.
But they don't abuse the world afterwards, right? Like the last time I was abused by Walmart was never, right? I mean, it happens. They're not perfect, but basically, there's a lot of big companies in the U.S. that behave responsibly even after becoming almost a monopoly.
Mm-hmm.
The worst of them, the one that is the exact opposite of that, is Google. At least in the form of its handling of YouTube. It's the worst behavior I have ever seen from a company once they attained monopoly status.
In what way? Because
the widespread deplatforming and the way they abuse viewers by interrupting the video every 3 minutes to show you the same ad you've already seen 50 times.
Because Google runs YouTube, obviously. Right.
But you can pay $10 a month and not have that, right?
I think it's more.
I am not going to pay that extortion money.
Well, that's
the
your
one
decision.
corporation
Don't
in the world
complain
that had
about
a
it.
"Don't Be Evil" model had to get rid of it and become the most evil corporation on the planet.
Then
What are
skip
they
now.
thinking?
Then skip now.
Private company though. They have
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
They have a right to run it how they want, right?
I'm gonna hit it. Oh wait, it lied to me. It's still at 4.
All right, Dave. Did you want to mention Ridley Report or give us a website before you go?
Well, I'll just say Bitcoin. I'll plug BitcoinGandhi.net instead. If people want to follow the controversy or whatnot, it's BitcoinGandhi.net because New Hampshire is not Washington's pet.
All right, very good. All right, thank you for the call, Dave Ridley. We appreciate it.
You're welcome for the call, Matt Connarton.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. I'm really glad Dave called because I've been wanting to discuss. This is probably Crazy Joe. I've been wanting to discuss that with him the other day. The controversy.
No, it's true.
Or controversy, as they say in the BBC.
It's good to let him give the explanation.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Yes, this is Psychopath Joe. Calling from the insane asylum. My therapist is here. She wants to talk to you.
All right. So this is your actual therapist?
Yes.
This is my actual therapist. We're making radio history at WMNH today.
Is it Dr.
Crazy Joe?
Is it Dr. Melfi?
Is it Ron from Manchester?
No, she'll introduce herself.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Mary Heller, and whatever I say to you, HIPAA will not like what I say.
Okay. All right. So you're what? So how does this? What can you say? I mean, can I ask you questions about Crazy Joe and his mental state?
You can ask me questions about Joe. His mental state is between me and Joe.
Okay. So can I ask you? I mean, we know him as Crazy Joe. Is that an apt name? Can you answer that?
I can tell you this. Joe is not psychotic. He's quite cognizant. He has the world by the tail. He just has some issues that go back to probably growing up on the street in Lower Manhattan.
And my mom.
And oh yeah,
my
yeah,
mom,
well, always
he
goes back to his mother. Yeah, well, you know.
Everyone does that.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, I went to about 20 years ago. I actually went to a psychiatrist a couple of times because I was suffering from Great Depression. But sure enough, I ended up on the couch talking about my mother, which had nothing to do with my depression. But all right, so he's not actually crazy. So I don't know if I feel a little dirty then calling him Crazy Joe if he's not actually crazy.
Oh, wait. He can call himself whatever he wants to. And also, when he's with his show, he can be whomever he would like to be.
Okay. All right. And that telling him that helps him be less crazy?
This is why I don't go seek out therapy.
No,
these are the people who do
actually, his therapy is dealing with some issues, like I said, that go way back to when his memory began. His radio show, on the other hand, is Joe, and this is who he really, really wants to be, to entertain whoever signs on.
All right.
But, you know, an actor wants to engage an audience, and this is how he engages. And the crazier he can be, the better off everybody is.
That is true. I mean, he's otherwise...
He's pretty crazy sometimes.
You need engagement.
Yes. So does that mean then? Are you saying, Doctor, that he being the Crazy Joe persona helps him express himself? It's a form of therapy in and of itself, perhaps?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. And have you ever called into a radio show before?
Oh my. Well, probably once upon a time. I can't remember why or what or who, but
well, I guess what I'm really wondering is, have you ever had someone ask you to call in a radio show on their behalf?
And how much is it?
No, this is the first. And you know, Joe is full of just the first. He is an innovator when it comes to entertainment.
Uh-huh. Yes, truly he is. He calls himself the savior of rock and roll, as I'm sure you've heard him say. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I'm very passionate about it.
I have a question for the therapist.
Oh, Gonzo has a question for you.
Hey, it's Gonzo. Do you believe in hypnotherapy?
You know, there are times when it really is helpful.
Mm-hmm.
There are times when it is not at all. It depends upon a situation.
Right.
Well, I'm a hypnotherapist. So I think that's why Gonzo was asking. I help people to quit smoking and lose weight and, you know, the things like that, deal with stress.
Yeah. You know. Wouldn't it depend on the times you say it's effective, though? Would that be times when it's the person on the other end doing the right thing and open to the fact that it could work?
As far as I know, now you're the hypnotist. What I am have read is that it doesn't work unless the person really believes that it will work and really tunes in.
Yeah.
Yes. So the big question is, and you know, give it to us straight. We can take it. We're adults. Is there hope for Crazy Joe?
There is hope for Crazy Joe, in that he will survive no matter what. This guy is a survivor.
There's hope for everyone.
And it would take quite a lot to put him down. He survived the worst.
Wow. Okay. You know, he is a bit of an enigma to us here in New Hampshire. We really don't know that much about him other than, you know, he's Crazy Joe. But, all right. Well, we don't want to. This has been quite enlightening. We don't want to keep you from your from your session.
We're costing Joe a lot of money right now.
Right. This is probably, or his insurance company, perhaps, or Medicare, whatever. You know, he's an older gentleman. So, all right. Well, Doctor, thank you so much for joining us here today.
And tell him how much that needs to be.
Oh, he has said you are his savior, and carry on, because Joe needs all the support he can get. This is something that back when his memory began, he really had no support. He was out on the street in New York City, and he took it on like it was a battlefield. This guy can take on anyone, and it is a different planet from New Hampshire, yes, indeed, but he will entertain.
Yes,
big time.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, well, thank you so much for the call, and if Crazy Joe can hear us, Crazy Joe, thank you. And
thank you, Matt. Thank you, Matt, for taking this call with my therapist. I think therapy is very important, but you have to be open-minded to it, like me.
Wow, Matt.
Absolutely, yes.
Your show today is genius.
I know. Yes, it's been very unique. All right, Crazy Joe. Thank you so much.
Bye, Crazy Joe.
We'll talk to you soon.
Oh, wait a minute. There's one more thing I want to say about therapy.
Yes.
Many, many times, probably 99.9% of the time, people come to therapy to deal with the people who do not.
Right. Okay.
So Joe is here dealing with the people in his life that have really not been in therapy and who've really been, well, they have added to his stress.
Right.
Okay.
But here's Joe.
That makes sense.
Thank you, Matt, and we'll be in touch on Messenger.
All right. Sounds great. All right, Crazy Joe. Thank you.
Matt, a lot of people
and everybody in your studio audience, thank you. Please see your local therapist as soon as possible, and that's an order.
You're welcome.
It's an order. It's an order.
All right.
Oh my.
All right. Bye-bye.
Matt, a lot of people say Jesus Christ is their savior, but he said that Matt Connarton was his savior.
Yes. A lot of people say Donald Trump is their savior, but Crazy Joe says I am.
Matt Connarton.
I'm a Connartesian.
Yeah, I can't wait for Connarton to miss this year.
They're Connartesians.
Happy Connarton miss. Eve.
Wow. Well, boy, this has been
it's been like a secret little pro therapy show.
I think this has been a very productive show. Actually,
we should do like public service announcements for kids in middle school because they don't get what they're putting out, but we have a way of getting through to people.
That's right. I think we've helped some people today. I think we've healed some babies.
I think they should have me go and speak at schools.
Getting a little carried away. Yikes.
Are you allowed at West yet?
Why would I ever want to go to West?
Just West.
No. This has been a little unusual, but
yeah, it is. But that's fun. And also, I think therapy in all forms, you don't just have to pay a high price therapist. Maybe just if you got something on your chest, you got someone near you that you trust, talk to them because you can get it off your chest, and maybe that brainstorming will get you an idea of what to go forward,
Absolutely. Oh, Mike Pelopita in the chat room, of course, from one of our great sponsors here at WMNH, Queen City Cabinetry. He says, one of the best in my book. I guess he feels this is one of our best shows. This is great. This is great. Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Pelapato, is that what Joe called him?
What? Who?
Didn't Crazy Joe call in? He's like, yeah, I talked to Pelapato.
Crazy Joe, yeah.
So that was actually pretty funny.
Apparently they talk. So they're
well, no, Mike's a good guy. Like, he's a...
I've never actually met Mike in person. Not yet. I mean, I'm sure I will.
Now you're lazy.
Now that the plague is over.
It's right there.
Oh, in the historic Sunbeam Mall.
Yeah.
I only just recently learned why it's historic. The story of General Sunbeam, the greatest military mind since sliced bread. Oh. He saved us all. Saved us all.
I didn't know that.
Where did you go, Ryan? Is everything okay?
Yeah, no, I was locked out.
Oh, no, you didn't have the code to get in? Oh,
no,
well, it's 3-9.
No, but but the big man let me in.
Ah, very good.
Who's next door?
Very good. Wow.
That's clout.
Well,
Peter White, right?
Yeah.
Higher than Peter? There's only one higher than Peter.
No.
Okay.
No, there isn't. No.
I don't know. He's singing the blues, Matt.
I love the blues.
I think he needs therapy.
I love the blues.
Wow.
I like the blues.
Well,
I like being sad.
If you'd like to,
who doesn't really? You're lying if you don't.
Like being sad?
You ever Google sad songs?
No. Now that's
put a
something,
list together.
That's something I've never understood about. But I'm strange, though. I'm unique.
Yeah.
I know that people, when they're sad, they like to listen to sad songs. I am the complete opposite. If I'm down, if I'm depressed, whatever it is, the last thing I want to do is be exposed to anything sad, whether it's sad music or a sad book or a sad movie or anything. All I want to do, if I don't feel right, all I want to do is do whatever I have to do to get out of feeling that
Not
way.
me.
The last thing I want to do is lean into it. I want to get out of it.
Can you play us out with Billy Vera's At This Moment?
No.
Play us out with Sunshine Days.
Like the saddest song you can
think I'll
find.
go for a walk outside now.
No. one of the sad.
That'll make me sad too.
I love sad.
Really?
I like to be sad.
No,
yeah.
but
How about some blues in E?
Mike says that's why they invented country music. Shannon McGuire says in the chat, Ryan, if COVID restrictions were not in place and school was not ending, I would invite you to my kindergartner class. My kids would love you. Look at that.
They would love him.
That lady's awesome.
Look at that.
Ryan
great.
Gorman
Thank
is
you
awesome.
so much.
Let me just clear the air. Ryan Gorman is awesome.
Yes.
And I love messing with him, and it's
Of
effective.
course. Of course.
It
So
is
I do
effective.
it.
It's effective to get you written right off of that part you want it to be.
Right. That's nothing to me, but
Yes,
I'm
it is.
talking about, like, really, of course you'd be an asset to any kindergarten class, honestly.
It would be fun.
Because
I-
he's transparent. He'd be like,
Yeah.
look, here's the deal. You know?
Oh, yeah, dude. Dude, those kids, they play dress up. Are you kidding me? Dude, kindergarten was
God.
the best, dude. Playing dress up, singing songs, painting pictures, and then we're going to beat that out of you.
And then you want to meet their mom.
It's not true.
No.
See, good job, Matt. Way to ring me in.
Yeah.
This is what we've been talking about. Get control of your show.
Now you are, well, before we run out of time, now you are going to be on the morning show what day this week?
I'm on Fridays.
You're
now.
on Fridays now, in studio, right? Not Skyping in.
Thank you, Ryan Gorman.
No, actually, I was just speaking to Peter about it.
I'm off.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, you're out, huh? Bummer.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
No, Pete and I were just laughing outside really hard. Like, some girl came up to us like, "Oh, can I have a can I have a cigarette from one of you guys?" And so of course Pete and I both point at each other, and then so I lost that one. I gave her one.
Yeah, well,
and then,
Pete's not giving her one.
and then no, but the best part was Pete looks at her and she's looking at me. She goes, "Do I know you? You look really familiar." Pete goes, "Yeah, that's Ryan. He started."
Oh, that's
Yeah,
funny.
it's good.
That's awesome. That's great.
That's
But I go, dude, that's gonna be the new one now, right?
That's so passive aggressive.
Yeah. Oh, it's so
Yeah.
great.
And you're going to be, Ryan, you're going to be joining us Friday night on Retrospective
Yeah,
Radio.
that'll be a lot of fun. I'm gonna try and pull up some, because like I said, I have hard drives full of everything from day one.
Yeah.
So I know there's some good Pauly C stuff.
Oh, if
Yeah.
you guys dipped into the Pauly C Amsterdam feud, that would be great.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that's what we're.
That would be awesome.
If I understood Paul correctly,
I think he was saying, like, let's put this behind us and move on, is what he was going for. I don't think let's rehash it.
You weren't.
I heard it.
No, Gonzo, what do you think? You're on every phone call that I had with him?
You think me and Pauly haven't talked about it before he called you?
Oh.
I guarantee you.
Who do you think advised him on the Wilcox thing?
Oh my God.
All right.
Me.
Well, I do want to remind everybody, of course, if you were listening on FM and you missed part of the show because we had a little technical issue earlier, like I said, I think it was because of the rainstorm. But the entire show will be available shortly at WMNHradio.org. You can go there and get the archive. And, of course, my website, mattconnerton.com. And, guys, thank you both so much. This has been a lot of fun
footage.
today.
That would be bonus footage.
What do you mean?
Well, when it went dark
Oh,
and we had our fight
right.
and he gave me a bloody nose.
Right. Yeah, boy, I'll tell
So
you.
be sure to download that at
That-
mattconnerton.com.
That will be behind a paywall. You got to pay extra to see that.
Yeah. $10. It's $10.
That's
man.
right. And thank you, Crazy Joe and Crazy Joe's therapist and Dave Ridley and
I know.
Ron. And I think
Now I
that's
like
everybody.
Dave Ridley. Now I like Crazy Joe. What
Yeah.
the heck's going on? It's like a real feel-good story today.
This show it was a feel-good show.
You do it geniusly.
Thank you. All right.
You're welcome.
We'll talk at y'all a little bit later. Bye, everybody.